Hello, my name is Francisco and I'm an actor for historical characters. And this is Theatron, a channel about history and theater. And today we talk about the choir. As discussed in previous episodes, the choir was an important part of the theater play. Most choirs were made up of citizens, who rehearsed under the direction of the choir master, the so-called choregos. In the tragedy there were 12 or 15 men in the choir. In the comedy there were 24, and in the satire play there were 12 actors masked as satyrs and one, Silenos, as the choir leader. The entrance to the scene was called Parodos, and was tuned with the entrance song and came after the prologue. The choir entrance were next to the orchestra and were called Parodoi, so the Parodos entrance song was a kind of opening and the Exodus was the closing song. In the center of the building there was the orchestra, where the choir stood during the whole play, performing dances, songs and lyrical texts. The function of the choir was that of a mediator. The choir participated in the play and explained the events of the play. It interacted with the protagonist and provided background information so that the audience can follow the plot. It commented the central themes of the play, and it showed how an ideal audience had to react to the drama. In many dramas of ancient Greece, the choir expressed to the audience what the characters were unable to say, for example, fears or secrets. Oftentimes, the choir served as a source of information to give the characters the knowledge they needed. The choir represented the opinion of the ordinary people and played the ordinary people in the related story. That contrasted with the main characters, who often were gods or heroes. In general, the actors of the choir played the same gender as the main character. When the actors and the choir sang together, the so-called komos, which is a kind of lament, was created. The historian HDF Kitto states that the word choir gives us information about the function of the choir in the works. The ancient Greek verb choreo, I am part of the choir, also means I dance. The orchestra, where the choir had its place, is literally a dance floor. From this we can deduce that the choir danced and sang. The exact movements of the choir in the orchestra during the performance varied from play to play. But unfortunately, we don't have any source material, because manuscripts have been lost over time. Due to the size of Greek theaters, the actions of the choir had to be exaggerated, and their voices had to be so loud that every spectator could see and hear them. Here the choir used techniques such as synchronization, the use of the acoustic of the building, or gestural acting and masks. There is also evidence that their speech had a rhythmic component. The choir in the tragedies were mostly dressed in black, or wore the clothes of the group they were representing, like the satyrs in the satyr plays. Let us see what Aristotle wrote about the choir in the Poetics.
Η χοροδία θεωρείται σαν ηθοποιός. Πρέπει να γίνει μέρος του συνόλου και να παρέμβει στη δράση, όπως έκανε ο Σοφοκλής.
With Sophocles, the choir served as an omniscient commentator, representing the general moral ideas through their performance. It could act as an invisible character, as well interact in the scene directly. In the Persians of Aeschylus, the choir is the council of the elders of Persia. In Euripides' Medea, they are the women of Corinth. In Oedipus Rex of Sophocles, the choir is the council of the elders of Thebes. With time, the importance of the choir began to fade more and more. This is well seen in later playwrights like those of Menander, who paid less attention to the choir as the authors before him. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, please subscribe, or support us through our Patreon page. Until next time, and break a leg.